So here are some steps that I took to make Marina's journal. I used this TCW stencil and this flexible modeling paste by Liquitex and my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Mustard. I wanted to pull in some more yellow, and all I did was I took this leftover container that I received my F&W inks in, and I went ahead and mixed it up really good in there, getting it the color that I wanted. And I took that stencil and just went throughout the pages and stenciled in different areas. And this stencil right here with all of the arrows, it is Tim Holtz stencil, and I used my stucco on this instead of the modeling paste, and I'm showing you the package from the stencil right here. I also sprayed with these two Lindy Stamp Gang sprays on the top of that signature that you can see on the table. And I'm just showing you here, I mean, this stencil is awesome. It has so many different designs. Look at all of those like different patterns. Like, how cool is that? So I was able to use that one stencil a lot in this journal. So I also use this, which is a Heidi Swapp folder. I had to cut it down to size, but that's why it has like those holes and everything in it. And then I took one of my new favorite stencils, which is a Dilution stencil. It came out about a month and a half ago, and I wanted to put some of the yellow modeling paste on this card that I made for the journal. And I'm just taking and really just trying to smooth it out. I did not want it to be bumpy or rough. And then I love pulling stencils off and seeing what's underneath. I just love the way that this card came out. I think it's really cool. Then I used my tape for sheetrock. I gotta write that down. I always forget what it's called. And I wanted to add some different texture to the journal. And this is like my new favorite toy. And it's cool because on the one side it's sticky, so you don't have to use any adhesive with it. It's really it's fun. It's really fun to play with if you want to get some different texture. And then I'm just showing you that page where I had both the modeling paste and that tape. And here's a card. I made two of these tags. It's not a card, it's a tag. And I used this stamp set by Stampin' Up, inspired by nature. And that tag, well, like I said, I made two of them. I ended up using this white Craft Smart paint to do the splattering. You know, you mix the paint with water, get it really watery. And then this was something that I got from Home Depot. Inside of it, it would have, like, I'm going to show you here, like paint colors. And I just took some of my drop paper and covered the inside. And these stamps right here are homemade. A couple of them have lace on them, and one had a string of beads. So I'm going to show you how the lace homemade stamp works, and it really came out quite nice. I like it a lot. And then you can see here, this is the homemade stamp with the pearls, and it just gives those little dots, those random dots. This stamp right here I like because it has the text on it. But what I'm going to do is, before I go ahead and stamp it right from the ink pad onto the paper, I'm going to take another piece of paper and just stamp off before I stamp on. And it just gives like a little bit lighter ink. So, you know, it's just not too dark. I just want some on there, right? I don't want it really, really, really dark. And this is how it came out, and I really like the way that it looks, right? It's got a lot of stuff going on. This stamp is just beautiful. I use this coffee stained paper, and I already inked up this stamp. This is my favorite page in the whole journal. It looks so old. It looks like an old book. Don't you love it? Oh my gosh, I love it. Love, love, love. Then this particular stamp is homemade by someone from Crazy Island Family. Thank you, Carol. And I use it all the time. Love it. I love how this page came out. This book I got in at a garage sale, and I think it's Polish or maybe Russian, maybe Ukrainian. But this page right here I did use, and I'm going to show you how I did that. And a big find in that book was this piece of ephemera. The back of it has the handwriting of whatever language that is, and it's really cool. I'm using these two large tags. I'm going to put one in the front of the journal and one in the back. And I'm also going to use this particular 12 by 12 paper, and I'm showing you it's not regular paper. It's actually made by Canvas Corp, and it's more like cloth paper, if that makes sense. So I'm just showing you here, I went and I outlined both the book page and the 12 by 12. I cut them down, and I'm going to adhere them onto the cards, the tags. And so I got that done. I punched a little hole. I'm using this seam binding. What I do is I fold it in half, put the folded part through and pull it, then take and just kind of get that little hook there, that little circle, and put the other two ends through and pull it. And I just think it looks so pretty like that. I really, that's how I like to do my seam binding, and I really love how the card came out. Then I'm showing you here, I'm also going to use seam binding by Shabby Beautiful from Zibbit, and this is the crinkled seam binding, but I'm doing the same technique here, getting it onto the tag, and it looks different. I mean, it's a totally different look, but I love it just as much as that pink seam binding, which was not crinkled. And I'm just going to show you how it came out. Really, really, really nice. I like those tags a lot. Then here I'm going to show you just some pictures, and I'm going to end this particular video here. I'm having some issues uploading using iMovie, so I had to cut this down like by half. I'm coming back with more though. There should be at least one more video. Okay, hope you liked it.